Okay, we're making another response to Taylor the Fiend because apparently YouTube pushes his shit. I don't know what the fuck this is about. I'm not subscribed to this dude and I keep finding his fucking videos in my fucking feed. It pisses me off. But at the same time, I'm minute 19 into this and I feel the need to fucking rant. This video is about modern women are outraged that their high standards are basically not getting them dates. Okay, so he listed out these high standards that they had. They had a woman do it in a video at the start, and like she was ridiculous. But her bitch is essentially true, and it's that her DMs are full of men that want to go and fuck in an alley, but there's no one that would bring her flowers and take her to go to a restaurant and get to know her and care to put any time, effort, or money into actually wanting to fuck her. She's down to fuck. I'm down to fuck. Both of us just, would like a little bit of romance. That's not a high fucking standard. Asking for some flowers before you fucking have sex with me? That you consider that a high standard? This is shit any guy can do. You are throwing romance into high standards? This is why you're a piece of shit and will never have a girlfriend. Okay? If you should take anything away from this channel, it's that if you want a pound, you should pretend you don't. Okay? Maybe once you have sex, then you determine if you're going to fucking continue the relationship to marriage and shit. But like, if you expect any girl to just be down to get fucked in an alley or just to come by her house and fuck her, you don't understand women at all. And this is why you don't get sex. You have to put in more time or work than that. I wouldn't want to fuck any woman that didn't make me put in more time or work than that, really. Although it is fucking hot when they just want you. Like, this is the thing I think women should get, is that men flat out don't put time, money, or effort into women that don't show serious interest in them. And serious interest to a man is, you're getting naked and sucking my dick and shit, and like, I like it. So like, women keep pretending like they aren't fucking, trying to sell a fucking cow. Men keep pretending like they aren't trying to buy a cow. Why? Because nobody wants to trust anybody and nobody wants to do that and nobody wants to hang out together because we could just fucking go jerk off at our rooms and fucking play Xbox and talk to Matt and the boys. Not that I'm talking to any one person here. And I guess that person doesn't play Xbox. They play PC and they're a waiter. And like, this is some of the misogynistic crap that pissed me off about that person regularly. Like, this is some fucking, like, what are those fuckers called that like never get any pussy that are men? And like, I know there's like the incels, but I'm talking about, there's another group of them. I forget what they are. They're like men's rights people. The feminists damn sure ain't right, but the men's rights people also aren't right. This is where, like, I see the view of the trans women of the world to be to help men and women communicate better. And, like, I know how to speak to men, and I understand women. Oh, am I dangerous? In the end of the world, I could do couples therapy. Like, this is half of the thing. It's like, people love each other, but they get sick and tired of each other's bullshit. And we've gotten to a point now where, like, people are so tired of each other's bullshit that they can't get to buying each other flowers or going to restaurants. And I realize that costs some money, but you ought to get that, like, most of the girls that I've ever fucking met, if you took them to get a $10 pizza and really talked about them and tried to get to know them, you would be getting laid that night. And, like, here's his point is there's no guarantee for me putting all that money and effort and energy into doing that. There's no guarantee of sex. In fact, the odds are stacked significantly against it in our experiences. So why even bother putting time, money, or effort or energy into a woman that's not ever going to put out? Like, basically, it's like the fun of being in the friend zone, but you're in a relationship. Congratulations. This is the thing women ought to get is men do not have to put up with your bullshit if they are not fucking you. And as such, that's why the world is the way it is. Because basically, at a certain point, men get fed the fuck up of you, and then they start forming bands. They start forming bands of fucking people to go do whatever men do. And you know, if they'll go do that, then all of you in your library fucking towers you'll get plenty of sex then. Like, this is half of my thing. Women of America, you need to put out. Men of America, you need to stop fucking just trying to pound in alleys. There's other things I could fix, but we're going to start with those two. You know, like, our culture's jacked up. And I don't even mean like, oh, there's a culture war and Bill O'Reilly doesn't like it. And like, fuck that. I mean, like, there's people that don't like America, and then there's people that don't like X, and people that don't like Y, and like everybody's just out for themselves. And onto this scene comes Miss Raquel Al-Raizuli, the magnificent last of the Barbary pirates, and prophet of the one true God, Crom. It's my title. I like it. I don't think that was all of it. I don't remember. In the end of the world, I think it will be handy to have a title and a horse and a sword and shit. And like, part of the reason is people are stupid. Don't believe whatever you tell them. No internet to back it up. You know, when you tell people that you've killed 500 men, and like there's no news or whatever, like they've never heard of you. Like, eventually news will spread and there'll be like wanted posters and shit like in the old West, and like people will know who you are. But if it really does fall, there's going to be a whole bunch of, like, you could just bullshit your way. People are stupid, especially now. We've created a generation of fucking morons that, like, basically, if you listen to them, you're fucked. If you didn't listen to them, you're probably considerably better off, but fucked for different reasons. You know, there's very few people that didn't listen to them didn't do a shitload of drugs. Which, I know you think about me and like, well, you do a shitload of drugs. No, I've done very, very little drugs and a whole hell of a lot of weed. And there's part of me that wants to quit that, but I also really enjoy it. I need to get my uncle to quit. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's one of those, like, he's having some health problems that are caused by this shit. I am too. and mine are worse. That's how I know his are just starting. Like, I just fixed a hell of a lot of mine with the damn ear candle thing. Backwoods was telling me on the comments that the ear candles can actually be done at like an Asian massage parlor, which, Backwoods, how do you know that? Like, I think women should fucking get some shit about men that is basically like, men like women to behave like women. And you don't have to do that all the time. But like, if you want to fucking get men, it would help. Like, the whole FTM thing, it's female to male. Every one of those people I've ever met is basically just some sort of a crazy girl that likes to have a lot of sex. I think that's mostly because they take testosterone, and if you want to get a girl horny, if I give her testosterone, she will start to not look like a girl so much. I think that's weird as fuck. And the thing that, like, I've noticed about them is basically most of them view sex like a horny teenage dude. Like, they watch a whole hell of a lot of porn, and like, they can't get pregnant, and they like cum. They've got like some demons and shit going on there. I don't know. Men and women in this country never really got along. I think women just resent being subservient. In reality, like, we've tried things their way. That's what we've been watching in America, is the grand experiment in female empowerment. And now we're almost to the point where we're going to have to go cut some switches. I think that's what's needed. I've been watching a lot of John Wayne movies, and like, I really think that every man in America needs to stop having sex, start jerking off, go cut a switch, and basically, if a woman wants to have sex with you, beat her ass until it's purple with the switch. Then don't fuck her, and then tell her why. And then kick her out of your house. Like, that's some mean shit. That's some mean shit. That's what needs to be done on a country level. Men need to reestablish sexual and other dominance in this fucking country. And until you do that, until you fuck them senseless and probably beat their ass purple and throw them out of your house, they're going to keep doing this. I think we should just continue to let women be very, very unhappy, because that's a lot of what this is basically like, they have this fucked up idea in their head of like, basically how the world should be, and it's not how the world is. And the woke people are even worse than this. The people I'm talking about aren't even woke. These are like Republican women. They are too fucked up to be saved. Democratic women are even worse. There's no viable breeding partners left in America. That's why we're having issues. China is having similar issues. China's are totally different, though. They killed off all their girls for a lot of years. They don't have enough of them. And like North Korea, to be honest, I gotta say, like at least Korean men value their daughters. They really do. That's why North Korea still had daughters and has daughters to sell to China so that they can continue to fucking have a civilization, basically. Like, Americans, if you really want a wife, you should go somewhere else and recruit. All the best women I ever knew were from fucking Southeast Asia. They were like a fucking tiger that liked men, knew what they wanted, knew how to get it, and were powerful. They're powerful women. Like, this is the thing, like, women don't get is your ability to be sexy and attract men and be this thing that they want. That is your power. And you're throwing it away. And the FTMs are really throwing it away. And I get it, like, if you got stuff going on or whatever, but, like, you should consider this. Like, there's so many of the female to male people that they take some hormones and they really look like a dude. They look like kind of a smaller dude, but they look like a dude, and they start getting treated like one. And you know what? All of them are short men. All of them are short, fat men. Ha ha. Kind of what I think, to some extent. You're getting a fucking full dose of reality of what it is like for a man. And like, I don't know. I like to delight in others' misfortune, I guess. It's all you got left at a certain point with some of the shit I got going on. And like, fuck feminists, basically. I say that because Tiffany, the bitch, was a feminist. She was wearing feminism panties when I peeled them off of her and put her in a collar and leash. In case you ever wondered what those feminist women want, that's what she wanted. She asked me to do that. She asked me to do a lot of things. And this is one of those things, like the thing that she was attracted to about me was that I was very dominant and didn't fucking need her, and like she could fucking leave. Like, I like kinky sex. What do you want done? That's pretty much what I told her. Like, I like to keep a woman on the edge of ecstasy for hours. It's fun. And like, not most, there's a lot of women that wouldn't agree with that, but like, there's a whole bunch of women that are like, well, my name's Rachel. Here are the keys. You're my girl. I'm like, all right, I'm your girl now. Especially when you give them details on exactly how you plan to do that. I have a superpower. I can like roll my tongue all the way over and around and back up. And more. I can do party tricks. I think it's being able to do the voices. When you can do the voices of all these characters, it gives you really good tongue control. And it's good to be in America. No green card. You know, you can do all sorts of voices. It allows you to have subtle tongue manipulations that a lot of people just can't do. And like, rolling your R's and shit. Like, I don't know. I could do a lot of crazy shit. Tiffany squirted so hard she hit my ceiling fan. That one. And this is the thing, is like, I do it all. And I get fucking women that fucking just walk away from me too when I'm fucking buying them jewelry and waiting on them hand and foot. So they really don't know what they want. In fact, they probably want to be beaten, so go cut a switch. Eventually, in the end of the world, they'll need food. And that switch will come in handy. Like at that point, I'd pick the very, very hottest, youngest one that you can find and have a whole bunch of babies. Because like this is the lie that women don't get, is they think that they have power forever. They have power for 20 years. And then they're garbage. According to most men, according to the E Hondas of the world, once you're not fucking hot enough to have babies anymore, you're pretty much fucking useless. Get that. Know that. Know that those men feel that way about you because you show them no love and you never have sex with them. So why the fuck should they ever care about you at all? If you offer nothing of value, men will not put up with your bullshit. Period. End of sentence. Men, if you offer no love and no romance and not even good sex, what do you expect to fucking get? Twice nothing is still nothing. You have nothing to fucking offer either. See you guys later.